Hello beautiful simmers, and welcome to the third part of my Newcrest high street row of shops that I've been building. In the previous builds I've already done the boba tea shop and also a bookshop, and then this is the final thrift shop. So yeah, if you haven't seen those other two shops that I've built, those are already out on my channel, so feel free to go and have a look at those first. But yeah, this is the third and final shop. So this is kind of a thrift shop. We've got vintage clothes on the inside, and there's also a little area to the right where there's a mic and a little stage. So if there's any, I was picturing it being a kind of spoken word kind of arty place, because I know that I think to build the thrifty lot type you have to have randomly a mic, but I guess it's because there's like events that happen at these community lots. So yeah, I thought I'd turn that into a little spoken word moment. I thought that'd be quite nice. And then out the back there's like a little outdoors area where there's some antiques, which I feel like is always a good addition to a vintage shop, because the ones that I've been to, there's normally like obviously clothes, but then also you get a lot of furniture, a lot of random furniture. So I kind of went to town with just picking the most random items that I could find, and yeah, I had a lot of fun making it. Apologies, there's just some sirens going off outside my flat. I do live in London, so quite a common occurrence, really. So I'm just doing that outside, and I wanted to give each of the shops that I'm building a different vibe. So this thrift shop is obviously kind of a bit more like older style, kind of vintage, and then I like how you've got the boba tea shop is obviously a lot more modern in style and a bit more colourful, so really lent into that, and I like it. I like how it looks as though each shop was sort of built maybe at a different time, obviously got different owners, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I liked it. So yeah, this is the little stage area that I've got, and I end up putting a little microphone, and then there's also a piano and I think a guitar, so if someone wants to get up and do performance while you've got people shopping. I know that there's like the community events that happen on the thrifty lots. I think there's some sort of like spoken word, or maybe it's like a comedy thing that happens on a Monday at 3, I think, in obviously the Sims time. But weirdly, I can't ever make that actually work for me when I try and play. I don't know why that is. I think that pack for me is just completely bugged, because I did mention in my previous boba video that the actual vendor doesn't show up. The person that's supposed to like man the boba counter doesn't actually show up for me, so it's kind of broken. Bit of a shame. So yeah, and also these community events don't come up for me when I go to the lots at like the certain times, and I also don't get any notifications for them. So if anyone knows how to fix that, please let me know. It is quite annoying, but yeah, anyway, for aesthetics it's fine, and I still like the pack. I still like the items that come in it, and the actual people coming and shopping at the thrift shop. Luckily that does work, so I still can kind of use that community lot if I want. But the good thing about this lot that I've built is obviously there's a bookshop and also there's 2 flats on top, so you can there's a lot of functions with this lot. So you could have it as a resale lot and do it as a bookshop, or you could even just have your sim come and live in one of the flats above, and then the shops could just sort of be for aesthetics, or you could even change one of them and maybe make it into like a cafe kind of thing. I don't actually know, I haven't play tested if people were just living and it was like a residential lot, or using for rent if it was like rental properties. I don't actually know what happens to the downstairs. I'm assuming that people will just come and still look at all of the clothes in the thrift shop. I'm not really sure how that works. Maybe I'll test it out. Maybe I'll let you know what actually happens with that. So I've got a little toilet here that I'm building. I tried kind of matching it in with the rest of the vibe, kind of like I want to say graffiti, because I think I do add a little bit. It's kind of got like a quirky like quality to it, I guess, is the best way of describing it. So I add this little monster guy, which I guess is kind of graffiti, and then just some random like posters, and I really like the neon light is very cool. So yeah, now just decorating more of the actual thrift shop itself. I do end up adding a little changing room, which I didn't know. I kind of wish there was like a rope thing, like, because you know how when you actually go to a changing room in real life, it's you pull the like curtain across, but I didn't know whether I could maybe do that with like a window covering. So if anyone has any cool ideas for how to make a changing room, that would be fun. But I just ended up making a little room, kind of the same as a toilet, with a door. So I thought that might have the same effect. But yeah, I guess maybe there's another way of doing it. So would love to know if there's a better way of doing that. And I did put a mirror in the changing room, obviously, but now as I'm editing, I'm realising that I should have probably put more of a full-length mirror so that they can actually see their entire body if they're trying on some jeans. So LOL, I probably should have done that, but oh well, we live and we learn as we build. And I end up changing that door over because, yeah, I also realised that a door to a changing room probably shouldn't have a little peephole as well, and adding that cute little light as well that's from the high school years pack. And yeah, now I'm just setting up the kind of main floor for the shop, and I really like these kind of table displays, I guess they're called, with like the shoes and scarves and stuff like that. So I end up keeping that one here and then just adding loads more clothes. And then there is also this one that I've just brought out, which has got furniture, which this kind of inspired me to do a bit more of a antique part to the shop. So I put that here for now, but then I realised I wanted to do a little bit more with it, so I end up moving it out back and then adding a shit ton more little random bits of furniture and fun home furnishing things. I think I've got some really random objects, like I've got the suit of armour, yeah, just very wacky things. I wanted to make it just kind of inspired by vintage shops that I've been to in a lot of places in England. Like, you will just get really crazy things. I'm sure it's the same in most, like I imagine in America you get like crazy stuff, but yeah, just wanted to make it a little bit wacky for our Sims as they're going around. And then I just wanted to make sure that we had lots of different swatches to make it as realistic as possible. So yeah, and I've got loads of inspiration for other build ideas that I've been wanting to try out. I've had the last 2 days off work, which has been so nice, so I've just been playing The Sims mainly. And yeah, I've been building a Christmas house, which is really cute. I really like how it's turned out. I actually just finished it today, so I've got footage of that, so I'm gonna be turning that into a speed build video as well. Definitely gonna try and get that out before Christmas. And I've seen loads of people doing like some really fun Christmas stuff. I really want to try and build a few more Christmassy things before the end of the year, but crazy, we've only got like, well, as I'm recording this, it's the 11th of December, and yeah, we've got like, what, 3 weeks until the end of the year, which is crazy. So yeah, I'm going to try and do maybe a little cozy Christmas cafe. I think would be really cute. I've got lots of other ideas as well. I really want to make an allotment, which I guess is kind of a community garden is what it would be in The Sims. But yeah, I thought that would be adorable. We love an allotment in the UK. My boyfriend's aunt and uncle actually have like a spot on an allotment. I haven't been there to visit, but I really want to go. So maybe I could recreate their allotment, get some pictures and make it in The Sims. That would be adorable. But yeah, if there's anything that you guys like the sound of, please let me know. Bit of audience participation. But yeah, the Christmas house I've already made, so definitely going to be putting that out. Yeah, and now I'm starting on the outside, so this is where I start just going into the items area of just like all the random bits that I can find from the inventory of The Sims. Just adding a few little rugs, trying to make it as colourful as possible. But yeah, just adding in lots of random things now. Kind of was going for big bits of furniture that I could then like place lots of little random objects on top of. So yeah, we've got that. I thought that chair looked very old, and I was like, that would be perfect. An old, potentially smelling a little bit chair, perfect. That's just what we need for an antique display. I grew up around a place called Henley in England, and there were loads of vintage, like antique shops. They love it there. It's like a little quaint English village on the river. They do like rowing and stuff like that. And they had loads of places like this, and some stuff doesn't smell very nice. So I was kind of trying to keep that aroma in mind. Oh yeah, and that's just another very random thing, that like teddy bear sitting on a cardboard box. I feel like this is just a normal thing that you would find in a vintage shop. I feel like any item that I could have brought out, and probably did bring out, was just random things that I like the look of, and I was like, I'm gonna add that to my antique place, and it actually works. You don't really have to think about the items too much, as you can see by my vast collection of very random things. But I do like how it all ended up turning out. I particularly like that globe thingy. I don't know if this is actually, I mean, I know it's not an actual drinks counter in The Sims, but I've been seeing these like globe drink trolleys all over the place at the moment. I think they're in fashion. They've come back and they're kind of antique-y, so I really like that. I wanted that to be front and centre in the middle of the outdoor bit, so when you walk out you see that straight away. And yeah, just got a few random bits of boxes. Just trying to clutter up the place a lot more. And if you do want to download this build, my gallery ID is Mills Moon rather than Mills and Moon, because when I went to go and change my EA like creator name, annoyingly Mills and Moon was already taken, so I had to just take out the N. But yeah, it'll be uploaded. I think it's already uploaded to the gallery, so if you want to check it out, download it. It is in the world of Newcrest, but I can't remember the size of the slot. I think it's just a 30 by 20 lot, to be honest. I don't think it's actually that big. I always feel like 30 by 20 is quite small, but then I actually think you can do quite a lot with the space, because I've managed to fit 3 shops and 2 flats, which sounds like a lot to me. So yeah, you can obviously fit it in like many different areas, but I wanted to start a Newcrest save file, so I'm gonna try and think of a few more bits that I want to do. I think I'm definitely going to build my allotment idea in Newcrest, and I need some houses as well, so I'm going to try and push myself out of my comfort zone and build a few different styles of houses, because I feel like I just because it's what I know, I always go for like just building British kind of houses, like things that I see around me, which is obviously fine, but I feel like Newcrest is, you know, it's about starting new. It's about being fresh, being innovative. That's kind of what I associate Newcrest with, so I'm gonna give it a go. And if there's any styles, different styles that are a bit unique, I'm gonna try and have a go. I'm still kind of learning building, you can probably tell. Yeah, my builds aren't like crazy out there, but that's why I'm kind of enjoying making these videos, because I'm kind of pushing myself like creatively to build different styles of lots and things like that, and try and make playing The Sims a bit more exciting, because I really love it as a game, aside from all the bugs obviously, but it's quite nice having this as a sort of like project as well, where I am learning like video editing skills and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm just having a really nice time with it, and I'm actually getting a new microphone tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. One of my friends has an old mic, which he said that he is happy to give to me, so yeah, I'm really excited, because at the moment I'm just using voice memos on my iPhone, and it's so not ideal, it's so annoying, and obviously the quality doesn't sound that good, so it'll be nice to have like a semi, not professional, but you know, kind of like a better audio is what I'm trying to say. It'll be nice, I'm sure, better for everyone. But yeah, I'm just finishing up like the final touches, adding some decor. So I've gone for a lot of different paintings and things like that. And then what I'm doing here, I'm just kind of changing out some of the windows. So adding these kind of like window panels. And I really like how that looks. It makes it look a bit more like there's more going on to the outside. And yeah, just finishing up. But I hope you guys enjoy this build. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.